good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is. We are starting an hour later than usual. We're starting at 5 p.m. today. Man, that makes me kind of lazy to schedule. I should really stick to 4. But I did 5 today, and it's like Wednesday instead of Tuesday for Shibuya Scramble this week. Because yesterday I had to attend like a birthday, and then I adjusted and I was like, maybe I'll be sleepy, so I'm gonna do it like at 5. Anyway, we don't do the full 4 hours with Shibuya Scramble, and then I was lazy. I did sleep. In fact, I slept through like 5 alarms. Because I set an alarm at 12. I had no intention of actually waking up at 12. Like, it was just there because I feel like I sleep better if I wake up in the middle. So I put like a 12, and then I put one at 1, then I put one at 1:30. Then I put at 2 and stuff. And then like, what happened was, right when you miss the alarm, it'll stop. And then it will play again in 5 minutes. So somehow when I woke up, it was 1:35. And the previous alarms were already off, so that means I slept through the 12 o'clock one and the 1 o'clock one and both of their snoozes, which was 5 minutes after. And I slept through the 1:31 and only woke up on the snooze, and I was like, what the fuck? After which I went back to sleep until like 2:45. Slow start. But yeah, here we go. We're back to Shibuya Scramble, and we are starting the 1300 to 1400 time slot. So I'm not really used to using 24-hour system. I'm used to like the 12-hour system. So in that terms, it would be 1 to 2 p.m. We'll do an extremely quick look over of what we've done, which is basically when we're let in. Okay, which is basically Tama's entire 12 o'clock was basically her going after the missing burning hammer, and at the end she finds the burning hammer got returned by the recycling guy, but it was all trashed, and that's because Achi threw them at the cane guy so that he could get them off their trail. And that was also mostly what Achi was doing. Achi was running away from the cane guy. And what was the big reveal at the end? Oh yeah, the big reveal at the end is that the cane guy corners them, and he really does know Achi. Like he knows Achi's name, and for some reason he's like, I wouldn't say into him, but he's concerned about Achi. Okay. Hi Chi, hi Epok. Hello Blur Neko. We're just going over the quick recap. Who else we got? Okay, Minorikawa successfully made progress on his report on the security camera article, but he didn't finish it. But he was able to help Chihiro get her stride going with her street interviews, so that should be good. And now he's rushing to the Burning Hammer sales demo. He's definitely into him. What are you talking about? I don't know, he's chasing Achi around the entire town for like 4 hours or something with a gun. And then Osawa. Osawa is still in distress about like his whole family situation right now, and he's like wondering where did all go wrong and stuff. Yeah, he's still going through it. And finally, Kano, which was the wildest turn, finally decided like, we're not getting anywhere just following this dude with the Itachi case in circles. We gotta do something. But then his something fails, and like foreigner dude, I forgot his name. Okay, he only appeared at the last like 5 minutes or something. I don't remember his name, but we'll remember it when we encounter him more. The foreigner dude steps out and he's like, hey yo, I'ma help you out, work for me. And then now we're working with the foreigner dude for the case. It's like, maybe he's a Yander. Achi, you betrayed me. How could you? Going around town with a woman. I don't know what would be a good start. All of them are at pretty interesting points in time here. Okay, I guess in light of our thumbnail being Yanagashita and Tama, let's go with Tama first. Shattered. The shattered burning hammer hopes and dreams. No, it's this. The music is sad. No, but the music's giving me RPG vibes. Like, this is the kind of... I feel like it's giving me PS1 RPG vibes, like in the safe area near the start of the game or something. Yanagashita should be promoted to main character status. Really, he should. He's so funny. Bottles of burning hammer litter the pavement, shattered into tiny bits of glass. Even if the recycling guy was really careless with the boxes, it shouldn't have caused this much of a mess. It looks like someone came along and actually threw them all over the place. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. The catsuit is so the heck with this thing! Oh my gosh. Oh, it's the Lucky Charm thing. I toss away the Miracle Stone, which has clearly only brought me bad luck. We can't have a product demo without a product, which means in turn I won't be getting paid for this whole fiasco. Okay, we can do this. We can figure something out. I try to give myself a pep talk, but I hear the doubt in my own voice. I try to brainstorm anyway. Finding inspiration is like trying to squeeze blood from a stone. I rack my mind for the best course of action, and at long last I arrive at a solution. Okay, so somehow or another I'm gonna have to sell some burning hammer, or I'll just have to find something else to sell. It didn't work out when we tried to sell something else before, so let's go with the burning hammer. Maybe she's gonna try and salvage if there's anything left. The flyers have already been handed out. People have come to the demo expecting to get burning hammer. I may have to put it into some new bottles and possibly water it down some. But getting this stuff sold is my only option. Oh my gosh. My eyes alight on one of the cardboard boxes. I notice an odd mark that's been stamped on it. Wait a sec. I've seen this before. You have? I recall something Chiri said earlier. This is the sort of thing they sell in 100 yen shops or something. Oh my god. Oh my god, it was actually there! When she was looking at the necklace. It's the mark on the box is the same as the one I saw at the shop that's selling the necklace. That's it! I can see if there's more at the knick-knack shop. Guided by this ray of hope, I head for the knick-knack shop as fast as I can run. Oh god, this is a bad ending, isn't it? The goofy music was playing. As soon as I reach the main road, I crash right into someone. It's Chiri. Oh, hey, you found it? She asks. She makes it sound like it's not really her problem. Not yet, but I think we can stock up at the 100 yen shop. The words are hard to get out when I'm panting as hard as I am. For now, just stay calm and go let the boss know. Got it. Leave it to me. Chiri nods and I break back into a run. Krusty Krab sounding BGM. I'm practically praying as I rush into the knick-knack shop where I immediately spot the cardboard boxes I saw earlier, still stacked up. Yes, I'm in luck. I dive into one of the boxes to check what's inside. Then it's just a box, right? It's actually burning hammer. Okay. It's packed with tiny bottles. There's no mistaking that noxious red liquid inside. That's burning hammer, alright. A lot of effort into this scam. Yeah, there's 50 bottles per box, and there are 4 boxes total. Assuming each box is 100 yen, including the tax, I can buy the whole lot with 20,000. The 20,000 I've got in my wallet. Mr. Yanagashita said he was selling the bottles for the demo at 15,000 yen a piece. That way, if we sell all 200 bottles, he'll be able to pay back his debts in no time. Wait. If you already had 20,000, why are you still working this job? Isn't the necklace 20,000? Or was it 40,000 and she just needs an extra 20? I think. Oh, what's the deal with you? The sales clerk's eyes go wide when he sees my getup. This stuff. I'd like your entire stock. I point at the burning hammer and the clerk makes an awkward face. I'm afraid that's already been sold. What? You mean, like, all of it? Nobody in their right mind could possibly want all of this. Yes, all of it, I'm afraid. Oh, it's that guy that Achi ran into. Well, I'm not going to roll over that easily. Whether I can earn that extra 20,000 or not hinges on whether I can get this stuff. Who else would buy it? Really? Yeah, why would they buy the entire stock? Please, you've got to help me out. I'm afraid it's out of my hands. Then could you get in touch with the buyer? Tell them I'm willing to negotiate. I suppose that wouldn't be an issue, but... Actually, would you mind waiting for just a moment? She said she'd be by ASAP. Oh gosh. The waiting. After 5 minutes of waiting, the buyer still hasn't shown up. I don't think she's coming, I say. That's odd, the sales clerk murmurs. She said on the phone she'd come by just after 1 o'clock to pick them up. I really need this right away. I understand that, but please, it's out of my hands. By now, the sales demo has already started. If I come back empty-handed, what was the point of all this effort? Gimme. Gimme! Just the gimme with the cat outfit. I already said I can't do that. Gimme! Would you please wait a moment? Can we say gimme? Oh no! Why did I spend all that time trying to hand out samples? Why did I put this stupid costume on? Why did I miss out on lunch? Why? What was it all for? Look over there! It's the chupacabra! Huh? Yoink! Oh no, she's stealing it! Seizing the moment, I snatch up the boxes of burning hammer and make a run for it. Hey, hold it right there, miss! The sales clerk is quick to bar my path. Oof! I barrel my way right past him. I bump him harder than intended as I race by. He loses his balance and goes crashing through the display case in front of his shop. At the same time, I hear something else topple over with a thud and a grr. Oh my god! Some sort of liquid begins to gush from a red polyethylene container. Uh-oh! The sales clerk's eyes go wide, his stare fixed on something on the sidewalk nearby. Oh my god! There's no way! What is this series of unfortunate events? What the fuck? How was there... It just so happens that there was a cigarette there. Oh my god. Oh my gosh! Oh my god. Ain't no way. We actually die. The burning butt ignites the liquid in a sudden massive blaze. Oh my god, we died. What the fuck? And now for today's news. Shortly after 1 o'clock this afternoon, there was an explosion at a variety store in Udagawa-cho in Shibuya, the cause of which remains unknown. Eyewitnesses report seeing an individual wearing a full-body cat costume fleeing the scene in the aftermath of the explosion. Oh my god. Police consider this individual a person of interest and have not ruled out the possibility that this bombing was a terrorist act. Several hours after the incident, the cat remains at large. The cat! Tama explodes Shibuya. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. I thought we'd have fled the country. So that airplane was Tama fleeing the country. Where did she get all the money for this? I thought she was working hard. Okay, Tama wound up as the prime suspect in an apparent terrorist bombing. If the buyer had shown up earlier, Tama's argument with the sales clerk might have never happened, to say nothing of the rest. As a matter of fact, the buyer was just outside the shop at a critical moment. She was held up when she happened to run into someone. That someone's actions at 13:05 are the key to changing Tama's fate. Wait, legit? So we actually were supposed to look for more burning hammers. So that was the right choice. It was the right choice. It's just that someone else is keeping Tama into a bad ending. Okay, okay. Good, we made the right choice then? Question mark? All right. Let's see who held up the buyer. Me doing like a total, maybe it's Minorikawa. What I feel like this is always my order. I do like Asawa, Tama, and Minorikawa first. Hooray, we killed the store owner. Oh my gosh. Right, left. Oh my god! I forgot he was running and sprinting to Burning Hammer. Okay. Minorikawa sprinted down Center Guy, dodging between oncoming pedestrians. Out of my way! Can't you people see I'm in a hurry? I gotta say, that's actually really hard, running through a crowd. I've done that in school before. Holy shit, it's so difficult not to bump into someone, especially the people who aren't even paying attention. Minorikawa is gaming! He stole a glimpse at his watch as he ran. It was just after 1 o'clock. The Burning Hammer sales demo would be getting underway any moment now. He could probably get an interview even if he showed up late. Still, he wanted to get to the venue ASAP to get a feel for things before they got started. The best time to scope out an event was before it started and after it ended. This was something he learned from Toyama. Everything he knew about journalism, the publisher had taught him. It had been a combative education. Minorikawa learning despite himself, as the two men constantly butted heads. Oh, give me a break! What's wrong with my article? Minorikawa shouted. His voice was loud enough to carry throughout the entire editing department. Shut up! I told you to rewrite it, so rewrite it! Toyama sticking to his guns. Minorikawa recalled the scene from the days when the two men had worked at the same newspaper, and Toyama was his boss. The red pen gatekeeper, what the fuck? You'd go around checking young reporters' copy like mad. Oh, okay, many articles didn't make it. What's wrong with it? Show me what's wrong. All of it. How can it be all of it? Co-workers stared, keeping their distance as the pair screamed themselves red in the face. These arguments had become a regular enough occurrence that everyone had learned not to try to intervene. Whoa, he's actually standing. He put his foot on the desk. He's so into the argument. I poured my heart and soul into this piece. Go back and read it again. I could read it over and over and it would still be the same thing. A load of self-important claptrap. Now go calm down and write me a more neutral piece. Calm down? You must be joking. I write what I feel in my heart. That's the one thing I refuse to back down on. Then it's the one thing that'll keep getting your copy rejected. Aren't you the one who told me to be bold and daring with my writing? Yeah, I did, but I don't remember telling you to write me garbage. Oh my god. They're just tearing into each other. By now, Minorikawa and Toyama were practically at each other's throats. Still, despite these almost daily shouting matches, Minorikawa never resented Toyama. Not really. How could he write a piece in a way that could shut Toyama up? Trying to figure that out was how he had developed his skills as a reporter. Up until he quit his position at the newspaper to start his own publishing company, Toyama had been a stubborn old man in the finest sense of the term. Wait, did that just say a dying breed in Japan? Wait. Okay, now a dying breed in Japan. The sort who'd be inclined to use knuckles before words to remedy a child's bad behavior. Inflexible, but still emotionally brittle. Their signature move is to drive a wayward kid out of the house with the exclamation, "You fool, you're no son of mine, I disown you." Only to wait a little while, go find the son who's crying down by the dry riverbed and calmly murmur, "Come on, your supper's getting cold." Oh my god. But then, in order to keep his company afloat, at some point, he had abandoned all his ideals and principles. It was disgraceful. Just disgraceful. Thinking about it made Minorikawa's blood boil. It rankled him to know that such a pathetic remnant of a man had been such an influence on him. He reminded himself once again that he needed to wrap up his current job as soon as possible. I feel like he's gonna get a bad ending because we haven't gotten the Burning Hammer, so there is no sales demo. By now, Minorikawa was getting close to the demo site. He increased his speed. Oh yeah! Wait, it actually is him! Okay. He wound up barreling right into someone who was walking into a knick-knack shop. Von Dutch. It was a girl about high school age. She jumped to her feet, then snatched Minorikawa by the collar. "Hey, watch where you're going!" she snapped. Her upper body strength was impressive, to say the least. The chokehold she had on his neck made it almost impossible for him to breathe. He had to do something fast. Is this what it defaulted to? Is this why she got held up? Did it default to him throwing hands? Because I know it defaults to them getting the bad ending. Did it default to him going like, take this, and then he punches the girl? Like, what the fuck? Minorikawa, you good? I guess it's the sorry. Like, just apologize and get it over with. Sorry. He bowed his head in apology. He was in too much of a hurry to get caught up in an argument now. But the girl didn't let go. Oh my god, I thought... Okay, then. Instead, she tightened her grip. Look, I'm sorry for not looking where I was going. Minorikawa could barely croak out his apology. Oh, fine. I'll let it slide just this once, the girl said. She relaxed her hold with a scowl. Wait, hold on, she murmured. She stared good and hard at Minorikawa's face. Hey, you're Mr. Minorikawa! Oh my god. Surprised, Minorikawa gave her another look. Miku? Yeah! Wow, so you do remember me. She smiled with delight, apparently forgetting that she had just been wringing his neck. Wow, how long's it been? She asked. About 5 years, I think? You still doing your bonsai stuff? Nah, she replied. I gave that up. Miku had been Japan's bonsai champion back when she was in middle school. Oh wow. One day, local delinquents had vandalized dozens of Miku's bonsai pieces. Minorikawa had met her when he interviewed her about the incident. I want to get strong, she had said. Strong enough to beat those guys up. And so Minorikawa had introduced Miku to an acquaintance of his who ran a martial arts dojo. Well, you sure gotten strong, alright, Minorikawa said. That's the sort of gal I am. Miku handed him a flyer. It read, Ladies Mixed Martial Arts Pub Bride. A show pub. Okay. Present this flyer for a free drink. It's a place where you can watch girls fight in the ring while you have some drinks, Miku said. That sounds pretty fun, actually. Minorikawa could feel himself being pulled in all the wrong directions by the prospect. You should come see one of my matches sometime. I'm the reigning champion. Miku beamed with pride. Wait, you're the champion? Muscle women, yay! Yay! But also, did I fuck up? They're dead ass having an entire conversation. Was the play to punch her? I'm confused. But then she's like a reigning champion in a fighting thing. And she's like a martial arts person, so I feel like I would have lost that fight. Yikes, good thing I apologized when I did. In that case, I'll definitely have to swing by sometime soon. Right now, I'm sort of in a hurry though. Oh sure, Miku said. Catch you later then. She headed into the shop as Minorikawa rushed off towards the sales demo. Oh, it worked! It worked! Saying sorry worked. I had second doubts right there. At long last, he arrived at the Nokane building where the event was being held. The wall by the elevator was plastered with posters about Burning Hammer. Get it or regret it. As seen in magazines, 100% weight loss is guaranteed. Blatantly false advertising. The messaging was kind of a mess. It felt like they'd been thrown together at the last minute. Minorikawa avoided the elevator in favor of the stairs, rushing up to the event site on the 3rd floor. Emerging from the stairwell, he saw more posters on the wall, pointing the way to the sales demo. He followed the arrows to the room deeper within the building. He's not gonna find anything, because I haven't gotten it yet. Opening the door, he saw about 50 chairs, most of them occupied by female attendees. There was a stage set up at the far end of the room, but nobody was on it. Oh, hello, Riker. Thank you for dropping by. It appeared that the event had yet to begin. Minorikawa quickly looked over the crowd. Roughly half of the women were somewhat elderly. Most of them looked like they could stand to lose some weight. And for some of them at least, that ship had surely sailed a long time ago. The crowd gazed at the stage with rapt anticipation. A beverage that allowed you to eat plenty and still lose weight was definitely an appetizing proposition. Could something like that really exist though? Well, Minorikawa was just gonna have to wait and see. He did his best to get his mind into journalism mode. Time passed, but the demo didn't start. The audience began grumbling in frustration. Then a heavy-set young woman took the stage and gave a little bow. It was the girl from the cafe, the one with the amazing appetite. The audience broke into applause, their patience finally rewarded. But as everyone leaned forward expectantly, the girl on stage began performing some magic tricks. She twiddled with a silk hat and pulled a bunch of flowers from inside it. Sparse applause rose from the crowd. The young woman immediately went on to perform another trick, and then another. Ta-da! Everyone looked so happy though. A coin in her hand became 3 coins as she spoke her magic words. She's not very good at this, Minorikawa thought. Whether she was good or bad wasn't really the issue. He had a tight schedule to keep. There was no time to stand around watching silly sleight of hand antics. Scanning the room, he spotted a man who looked like he was probably in charge. Minorikawa headed over to him. Hey, you the one running this thing? Well, yes. When's the actual sales demo going to start? Soon. Very soon. Yep. In how many minutes? You know, soon. I asked for a number. Just, soon. Real soon. Trust me, bro. Source, trust me, bro. This is getting him nowhere. 3 minutes, Minorikawa declared, holding up 3 fingers to emphasize his point. If this thing doesn't start in 3 minutes, if it doesn't start, then what? You're gonna be heartbroken. What the fuck? I'm gonna start a ruckus. We're heading to a bad ending anyway. Yanagashita's normal state is terrified? Yeah. I'm gonna start a ruckus. He kept his voice firm, his words short and clipped. Hey now, no need for that, sir. Just settle down. Who doesn't like a silly little magic show now and then? You've got 2 minutes. Hey, a minute can't have passed already. 1 minute. Whoa! Just what kind of watch you Every sentence, 1 minute passes for Minorikawa. What the fuck? Tell me why the demo isn't starting. No real reason, really. The man was getting seriously flustered. I just, wanted folks to get a little magic show first. Nope, try again. 30 seconds left. Okay, alright. What happened is, the required merchandise, what happened to the merchandise? Minorikawa demanded. He gave the guy a dagger stare. It's just, Time's up. What? The man's face went pale. Wait, it's dead ass a keep out. This isn't a bad ending, it's a keep out. So we were doing fine. Okay then, it's fine then. We just go back to Tama, because now the lady was able to come in. There we go. I guess the keep out's gonna be like we're gonna jump from Tama when Tama arrives with the merchandise. Okay. It's like all of it. Let's wait for the lady to come in, because we've already seen this part. Here she is. There we go. Katsune Miku. Even as I'm speaking with the sales clerk, a girl wearing a hoodie comes in. She's got a tiny frame and a doe-eyed face. Hey, I've come to pick up something I reserved, she says. This must be the customer the clerk was talking about. Please pardon my intrusion, but would you be willing to let me have these dined drinks? I bow extra deep. My costume head wobbles all around. Wait, what? I'll pay you double what they're worth. No can do. I've never seen this brand before. I'm super curious about it. Surely you don't need this many, though. I do. I make a living with my body. This is about how much I'll need. Oh, wow. The sales clerk interjects. What sort of work do you do exactly? Bro, I'm a martial artist. I founded a place called Bride. You might have heard of it. It's one of the more popular hotspots in Shibuya these days. Oh, I know the place, the sales clerk says, brimming with sudden excitement. The pub where they have cosplay martial arts competitions, right? Hold on, what are we talking about now? What's Bride? I've seriously never heard of the place. It's a nightlife spot where ladies cosplay as anime characters, but they fight for real. I've been wanting to check it out, but they've hit their membership cap, the sales clerk explains. So then, you must be a pretty strong girl, huh? He says to the girl. Well, I mean, I may not look it, but I'm the current champion. The girl proudly adopts a fighting stance. Would you accept a challenge from me, I ask. A challenge? If I win, you'll have to let me have all of this. The girl breaks into a confident smile. Do you have any idea who you're dealing with here? She asks. I intend to find out. The guy looks so terrified. Oh wow, the sales clerk exclaims. I've got to see this. I'm glad to have him egging us on. Well, if you're that set on it, then sure, I accept your challenge. Sweet, we've established our terms. This burning hammer may yet be mine. The girl cracks her knuckles, clearly eager for a fight. I gotta win this. Somehow or another, I've got to. I've got to be good at something. Facing off against a fighter is gonna show me what I'm made of. I address my opponent. And by challenge, naturally, I mean... Yo, no, not straight up fight, okay? It's definitely not straight up fight. Let's do... Can I even do rock, paper, scissors with this mascot costume? Let's try. Let's do rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors? The girl goes slack-jawed in surprise. Yeah. And if I win, you have to let me get those diet drinks. Like Doraemon, everything is rock, good lord. Rock, paper, scissors? Sure, whatever. Okay, I accept. Here we go! I ready my fist. 1, 2, 3, shoot. I've lost. We're doing best out of 3, right? What? I lose again. I even tried to change it up by throwing paper twice in a row. So yeah, we're doing first to 3, right? Huh? Guys, what? Yet again, I lose. My reverse psychology has backfired. Okay, now we're done warming up. Want to do this for real? Sure? Bro, you guys are not even changing your moves. It's all shoot! They never stop. This is a bad ending for real. This goes on for a good 30 minutes. What? We've thrown more times than I can even count, and I haven't even won once. Reverse psychology. Reverse psychology. Even reverse psychology. She sees through me every time. I'm terrible at this. Beyond terrible. How? How can someone even be this bad at rock, paper, scissors? I want to keep going until I win at least once, but the girl's clearly pretty fed up. This sucks. I've reached my limit. Time's up. Oh, this is the jump. This is actually the... Holy shit! 1335 to 1315. Oh my gosh. What if the jump is here though? Time's up! Minorikawa has had enough. You gather up customers for a product that doesn't even exist and try to sell them something else. It's a classic con. You've got it all wrong. I am selling Burning Hammer, I swear. Liar. I bet you're even planning on trying to hustle the props for his little magic tricks. What? No, I'm not. You gotta believe me. Oh yeah? Minorikawa sneered on. Then just where is this Burning Hammer of yours, huh? Go on, tell me. He grabbed Yanagashita by the collar. Hey now, easy there, sir. Tell me. Please, just let me go. I said tell me. I'm a pacifist, Yanagashita cried. You're a what now? Minorikawa scowled. A pacifist. I demand 3 million yen in reparations. Bro, we went full Yakuza. Like, Yakuza encounters. When you play Like a Dragon or Yakuza, you bump into the thugs on the street. This is so many sub-stories. Yanagashita shook free of Minorikawa's grasp, then shoved the hand in his face for a change. Reparations? Minorikawa faltered, baffled by this unexpected counterattack. Yeah, pay up! Yanagashita demanded. 3 million yen in reparations. He seems to have forgotten his customers entirely in his fury. Don't be absurd. I know you're a journalistic muckracker. Only a journalist would stoop so low. Hey, everyone, look over here. This man just assaulted me. Wait, huh? Hold on. I was just... Right here, folks. Now everyone can bear witness to the true face of the media. It's people like this guy who go around besmirching fine, upstanding citizens with trumped-up hogwash. Hey, wait a minute here. You're the one who's trying to sell a product that doesn't even exist. Ah! Okay, oh my god, is he yet? Oh my god, everyone turned around. Yanagashita broke into a sudden fit of wailing. Minorikawa turned to look back at the approaching crowd. Its members glared at him with accusation. Ladies, Yanagashita begged, his voice interspersed with sobs. I'm so sorry. I had this amazing diet aid that I was planning to offer you all at a reasonable price, but it turns out I won't be able to sell it after all. This man's going to write a piece about how my product is bogus. My company's reputation is going to take a huge hit, and because of that, I won't even have a product to sell you. And it's going to all be his fault. As he choked out his words, Yanagashita dropped to his knees in defeat. That's when the riot started. Oh god! Oh my god! Ain't no way! Minorikawa wasn't sure exactly when he blacked out. Oh my god, it looks like a horror! Bro, Minorikawa! His route turned horror gone wrong. You see this kind of ominous music and this kind of background is what you see in like those like thriller horror stuff where the person gets kidnapped and then like they're face to face with the killer or something. Danganronpa, actually! Craning his neck to look around, he saw no sign of Yanagashita or his customers. Only tattered flyers and busted chairs strewn about the room. Oh my god, it's like he died. There was a ringing in his ears. The back of his head throbbed painfully. His arms felt too heavy to lift. It was like his entire body had been transformed into a lump of cement. Finally, he remembered. After Yanagashita's little act, the crowd had descended on Minorikawa from all sides in a frenzied free-for-all. Against an angry mob that size, he hadn't stood a chance. They had worked him over until he was black and blue. Bro, no! In the midst of the fracas, while the customers were distracted, he'd caught sight of Yanagashita sneaking out of the room. Clearly, the man was no stranger to worming his way out of sticky predicaments. Ain't no way. Now, as he tried to piece together what had happened next, a mysterious figure loomed into his blurry vision. It sported pointy ears atop its enormous head, along with a big, broad mouth. Whatever it was, it wasn't human. Has death come for me at last then? Ain't no way! A smile of delight crossed Death's face. No doubt he had indeed come to eject Minorikawa from this mortal coil. If you're here to finish me off, then you're welcome to try, Minorikawa growled. But only if you beat me in the challenge, fair and square. Minorikawa had never been one to give up easily. Even now, he refused to go down without a fight. A challenge, you say? Asked Death. Still the bright grin on his face remained. That's right. I challenge you. That was all well and good, but Minorikawa's strength was gone. At best, he was only able to move one hand. Rock, paper, scissors. Oh my god! No fucking way! It's rock, paper, scissors again! Minorikawa said. In his current state, that was all he was capable of. Nonetheless, it counted as a challenge. No fucking way, it's happening again! If you beat me, he went on, then I'm yours to do with as you please. For a while, Death was silent, and then he nodded deeply. Alright then, I accept your challenge. Oh my god, she wants her revenge. She didn't get to win a single one. And so, Minorikawa and Death held out their hands. Ain't no way. Minorikawa tried to throw rock, but with several of his fingers broken, he couldn't quite curl them into a proper fist. Death, on the other hand, threw paper. I've lost. All at once, Minorikawa's last remaining energy drained from his body. Oh my god, she finally won rock, paper, scissors. Oh my god, bad ending! The rampage, holy shit. A single complaint about the demo's delayed start turned into an argument with Mr. Yanagashita and ultimately an all-out melee. If only there'd been some burning hammer around, this never would have happened. Maybe there's something Tama can do about this. The smart money's on her? Okay, I see how it is. Ain't no way, dude. What the fuck just happened there? All because of rock, paper, scissors, man. Legit. Tama. It's not rock, paper, scissors. That's not the play. I feel like it's not a fight though, so I guess we can try a rhyming challenge. Let's try this. Let's play a rhyming game. Huh? The girl says. She seems a bit put off by the suggestion. Yeah, and if I win, you have to let me have all of these. A rhyming game? Really? Okay then. Really? Silly. Okay then. Glisten. Listen. I'm a martial artist. Artist? Oh, that's a tough one. Aha! Smartest. Glow. No, what I'm trying to say is I'm a fighter. Okay, fighter shouldn't be too hard. Oh no. They're not having a convo. I don't think this is the play. I can do this. I just have to not panic. Let's see. Rider. Aha! Okay. Scissors. What do you mean scissors? No! Wait, what the heck is going on? Crap, nothing rhymes with scissors. That's an illegal move. Does nothing rhyme with scissors? Is that for real? Or does she just not know a word that rhymes with scissors? Hang on. Scissors. Rhyme. I need to know. All of a sudden, I'd like, not at the top of my head, but I want to know. Surely there's something that rhymes with scissors. Let's see. Scissors rhymes. Well, there's withers, differs, rivers, delivers. There are words that rhyme with scissors. You just can't think of it. Or maybe it's like the Japanese version. I don't know. I drop into a fighting stance. Okay then, shall we fight? The girl grins back at me. Now you're talking. Name's Miku, by the way. Challenge accepted. So in the end, it led up to this anyway. In the end, it just ends up this way. Okay then. Miku and I march out of the shop. Out on the pavement, we stare each other down. So if you win, I'll let you buy the burning hammer, Miku says. But if I win, I get to keep it and you have to pay for it. What? Huh, isn't that a little unfair? If you don't like it, then it's no fight, no deal. I don't have time to rethink this. Alright. Ready whenever you are. Miku does a little brisk shadow boxing, throwing a repeated 1-2 combination. Oh my god, there's even a crowd. What the fuck? Whoa, what's the deal? Is something going on? It's a street fight! A number of people pass by, including a businessman, a couple, as well as some pretty gruff-looking fellows, and some of them stop to form a small crowd. Oh, it's Achi! Ah, but we haven't even finished Achi yet. Bro, we can't. We haven't even started Achi. Well, it marks the jump at least, so when Achi gets stuck, we can jump to him. The sales demo is already started by now. I don't have time to goof around here. I watch as Miku starts up her footwork. Man, how come I don't get to see street fights when I walk around? Oh my god, I don't think this is a common thing. And then it's a mascot suit. Can you imagine just walking down the street and then suddenly there's like a chick boxing against like a person in a mascot suit? That's like, whoa, what's happening? I can see what a crowd formed. That doesn't happen every day. Huh, a left jab. She's quick. I can see why she's the champion. Ayah! She follows up the jab with a wide right hook. I jerk aside at the last possible moment and deliver a little swat on Miku's shoulder. Whoa! She slips off balance and pitches forward. Whoa, what was that? The crowd has started clamoring. Miku rights herself and gets back into a fighting stance. What the? How? She doesn't seem to know what just happened. Rah! I watch as she unleashes a kick with her left leg from a distance. On reflex, I bring up my right hand and adopt a guarding stance. Gotcha, she calls out. It was a feint! There's a visceral whomp as the second kick connects, coming at me from a different angle. Whoa, what gives? The big mascot head serves to cushion the blow to the point that I barely feel it. Hey-ya! She proceeds to unleash a string of additional kicks with her left leg, trying to defeat my fuzzy armor. Eventually, I catch hold of her foot, holding her off balance. I begin to walk her backwards, making her hop awkwardly on one leg. Oh my god, she actually won! I had no faith. It was my fault. I had no faith. My bad, my bad. Gah! A casual flip of the paw and Miku goes whirling through the air. Whoa! Oh my god, round of applause from the crowd. The crowd erupts into cheering and applause at the spectacle. Ooh, you're tough. Who the heck are you? As you can see, I am a cat. A wry smile comes to Miku's face. To think a bride competitor would lose in a street fight. Guess it's time to go back to being an ordinary girl. What? Today's the day I retire, huh? I am a cat. Huh. Good match there. Miku clasped my hand firmly. But hey, I'm glad that my last opponent was you. Oh my god, it became like an emotional. It's like the time when your senpai graduates in a sports anime. I hoist up the boxes of the diet drink. So, how much does it come to? I asked the sales clerk. He shakes his head. Don't worry about payment. You've more than earned it with that spectacular display just now. That was really something. Heck, I'm even shocked at what just happened. It's amazing what a little desperation will do for you. So that move you used, that was Aiki Jujutsu, right? Oh my god, Jujutsu Kaisen! A traditional Japanese martial arts that emphasizes learning to anticipate an opponent's attack first and then instantaneously counterattacking. Skilled practitioners can toss and throw opponents with a simple touch. The art predates the development of the more pacifistic Aikido, so some dangerous techniques still remain. Oh, okay. Huh? Oh, I guess? I tilt my head non-committally. Come now, no need to be so humble. I'm a martial arts fanatic. I know my moves when I see him. Wow, he is. Wow, wait, what? What did it say? No, not that one. This one. Taisei Yasuda watches roughly 350 martial arts fights a year. Wow, he really is into it. Okay. He can call it whatever he wants if he's letting me have the drinks for free. This is gonna be a lifesaver. I remember at Sweet talking about sports anime. Bro, why you acting like the senpai about to die? He's just furthering his education. Yeah, right? It's actually true though. Like, when the senpai graduates... they really like... When they're in a match and the senpai isn't there anymore, they're really like, are you watching, senpai? Bro, senpai, like they're looking up into the sky and there's like a bright light, and then I'm just like, bro, senpai is probably watching on TV or something. Or in the crowd, I don't know. Is that all the shopping you'll be doing today? He asks. Actually, come to think of it, I do have one request, I say. Sure thing. Could you please not sell that necklace there? I promise I'll be back to buy it later. Sure, no problem. The sales clerk gives a deep bow. I did it. I managed to solve my burning hammer problem. Now I've just got to get back to the sales demo. Well, that must be awfully heavy. Here, why don't you use that dolly? The sales clerk indicates, and the hand truck over in the corner. Oh, thanks so much. I load the pile of boxes onto the cart and rush back to the Nokane building. Oh my gosh. By now, the sales demo will be well underway. I need to get back as soon as I can. If there's nothing to buy, the customers are gonna leave and everything I've gone through will be for nothing. Come on, Tama, you can do it. You just gotta hurry. I charge for the demo, pushing the dolly ahead of me like a battering ram. Ah, oops, sorry to keep you waiting. You're late! What the heck have you been doing? Mr. Yanagishita practically throws himself to me. The weight must have been killing him. Standing behind him is a man I don't recognize. Who is this guy? I can't jump! He doesn't look like a customer. Maybe Minorikawa won't die this time? Yeah. Okay, Tama, just come with me for a minute. I follow Mr. Yanagashida into the break room. I can't jump to him. Is it because of his choice? I guess it depends on what I say here, so I can jump. I'm just gonna go home, I guess, is the best thing. I'm just gonna go home. He kept his tone clipped and cool. Hey now, no need for that, sir. Just settle down. Okay, who doesn't like a silly little man? Okay, 2 minutes. Why is it looking the same, though? No real reason, really. Okay, getting flustered. Is he a magic show? Okay, gave the guy a dagger stare. And then there's the keep out. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the keep out so that we can do the jump. Tama? Tama jump is here. This jump is Achi. Alright. The jump. We're gonna see this a lot because we're gonna have to come back here later. Alright, here we go. Now we can jump. Successful. There we go. Oh, we're seeing it again, but in another POV. Okay, a girlish voice exclaimed. A moment later, a furry figure came charging into the demo room. The crowd fell silent at the sight of a young woman in a cat costume. The cat girl visibly panted. Her arms were loaded with cardboard boxes. You're late, the event organizer snapped. What the heck have you been doing? Grabbing the newcomer by one paw, he vanished with her into the back room. The chubby-cheeked girl was wrapped up her magic routine and hurried after them. The audience stared at the now empty stage in confusion. Several minutes passed before the organizer reappeared. Ladies, terribly sorry to have kept you waiting, he called out. But now I'm proud to introduce to you the worldwide sensation that is Burning Hammer. It's the sun! At his signal, the young woman and the cat appeared on stage. Allow us to explain how this revolutionary new diet drink works. It's magic, the young woman exclaimed cheerily. The cat nodded and threw out her arms. For the first time in human history, you can drink a single bottle and lose a whole kilogram. Just drink and burn that excess weight away. With that, the sales demo was underway. A good 25 minutes behind schedule. Minorikawa. Baby, yeah. Minorikawa, just think of it this way. It was Filipino time. Like, actually, like, I don't know if you guys know, but like, whenever, like, schools and offices, like, I noticed whenever they schedule meetings and stuff, I noticed the quote-unquote Filipino time, because, like, it always starts late. That's what I mean by quote-unquote Filipino time. If they tell you, like, 1 o'clock, like this one, 1 o'clock Burning Hammer sales demo, expected to start at 1:30. That's like normal. Don't worry about it, Minorikawa. Five minutes into the presentation, things began to go awry. An angry clamor filled the room. Oh no, what the heck are you trying to pull? I can't believe you'd actually try to sell something like this. The outrage had been triggered by something the young woman on stage had said. She'd inadvertently let slip that Burning Hammer was the sort of thing you could buy at a 100 yen shop. The would-be customers were furious to learn that they were about to be played for suckers. Most of them had immediately tried to storm out of the room. Now, the organizer, the full-figured young woman, and the girl in the cat costume were at the door, trying their best to hold back the tide. Things had gotten pretty interesting, really. Minorikawa pulled out his digital camera and started firing off snapshots of the angry crowd. Unfortunately, their frenzy was so intense that he soon got caught up with the flow and pushed out of the room. Fine, I guess I'll just have to do some interviews instead of getting pictures. Excuse me, he asked one woman. Would you mind if I ask you some— Shut your mouth! Oh my god! Would you mind telling me a little about... Don't you talk to me! Oh my god, he got attacked too! Could I get a word on... Unbelievable, just unbelievable! The women were so enraged that Minorikawa couldn't get any of them to give him the time of day. Minorikawa still dies, caught in the crossfire. Bro. The superimposition of his face going through the... is sending me. Before long, the entire crowd had surged out of the room and departed. Ah, well. Guess I got enough to do a write-up at least. So it would be nice to get a quote from somebody. He decided to try for an interview with the man who'd organized this fiasco. How did the guy feel, for instance, about his product scam falling through? Heading back into the event room, Minorikawa passed by the cat mascot. The cat gave him a tiny nod and walked off without a word. Okay. He has a jump back to Tama. They're so interconnected here. Okay. Let's continue with Tama then, and then so that we can jump to her from Minorikawa. My god. So it really is gonna go south. It's a normal. It has to go south. We have to get the keep out though. Alright, here we go. Sorry I'm late. There was a whole bunch of stuff that happened. But look, I got the product back. I proudly open up one of the cardboard boxes. Ah, it's Burning Hammer. It really, really is. Yanagashita clutches the box close, nuzzling it with his cheek. How's the demo going, I ask. I got Chiri to keep them occupied with some magic tricks. Yo, what the fuck? I sneak through the door. I peek through the door and see Chiri guzzling orange juice from a gigantic container, draining it in one go. Is that really a magic trick? If it buys us time, it's magic enough. Before long, the last of the juice is gone. Over in the corner of the stage, I see 6 more huge containers, all likewise empty. Oh my god, that's actually insane. It's shocking to think that she may have drunk all 7 of those things dry. The audience erupts into sincere applause, like they've forgotten what they originally came here for. Chiri comes back to the break room, positively drenched in sweat. I should have stuck to doing imitations for a little longer. No, that was fantastic, Chiri, Mr. Yanagashita says. Just fantastic. Thanks to you, we've had enough time to get the Burning Hammer back. He bows profusely. Alright, now it's time for the main event. Chiri, go out there and guzzle some Burning Hammer. Get yourself all drenched in sweat. Got it? Aye aye, boss. And Tama, just go up there and smile big and say, this helped me lose a bunch of weight too. Got it? Got it. Uh-huh, good. Then Yanagashita gestures to a man who I hadn't noticed before, who's been waiting quietly nearby. Of course, begging your pardon, miss. It's a service rep from the rental shop who proceeds to try to get me out of my mascot suit. Ah! Huh. Oh? That's odd. The rental guy tilts his head. What's the matter? Yanagashita asks nervously. Yeah, this is a no-go. The rental guy pokes his finger at the back of my suit. This here zipper? It's all jammed up. It's going to take a long time to get this thing off. What the hell? Mr. Yanagashita clutches the sides of his head. The rental guy tries tugging at the costume from various angles, hoping to free up the zipper, but like he said, it's no use. Meow. Aww. The rental guy's eyes widen at the sudden sound of a cat's mewling. Was that you? He looks at me confused. Did you hear a cat meowing? Yes. Was it you? No, not me. I'm just as surprised as he is. Must be hearing things. Mr. Yanagashita and Chiri don't seem to have heard anything. Ah, Mr. Yanagashita is fuming. Just my luck. Finally find a cute model and the crowd's never gonna see her. Hey boss, Chiri says. The customers are gonna leave if you keep them waiting much longer. What do we do? Want me to go back out there and do some more impressions? Chiriko's repertoire of impressions. A sea lion yawning. A harbor seal waiting for a cab. A walrus reading sutras. What? Wait, what's that one? That sounds pretty interesting, I'm not gonna lie. A fur seal who can't reach the itchy spot on its back. A stellar sea lion's taking a nap. No, we don't have any choice. Tama, you're just gonna have to go out there dressed like that. Are you sure? I ask. If those people go home, we're done for, he exclaims. Just get out there and get started. I'm counting on you too. Why is everything a seal? Yeah, actually. I guess she's just really good at seal impressions. Ladies, terribly sorry to have kept you waiting. Oh my god. No. When I, like, if you step onto a stage and then they're all looking at you like that, like a school presentation and shit, oh my god, that's so nerve-wracking. They're so stone-faced at us. Cheery and I spring to action on the stage. And now I'm proud to introduce you to the worldwide sensation that is Burning Hammer, the latest product from the West that has taken the diet world by storm. Everyone in the house is packed. That means it's about 40 people here. We only need to sell 5 bottles to each customer in order to sell out. I'm hit with a sudden jolt of motivation. Allow us to explain how this revolutionary new diet drink works its magic. Cheery begins. The plan is for me to describe how the drink works while Cheery will demonstrate it with a taste test. All eyes are fixed on us. I begin. For the first time in human history, you can drink a single bottle and lose a whole kilogram. Just drink and burn that excess weight away. Astonished gasps rise up from the crowd. Just look at this marvelous red liquid. Even looking at it makes you feel like you're shedding weight, right? Here's how Burning Hammer works. It activates the capsaicin found in chili peppers. I pause to take a deep breath before continuing. And rapidly breaks down the triglycerides responsible for causing obesity. Again, the crowd hums with excitement. This response is better than I could have hoped. We're off to a terrific start. And now this young lady here will demonstrate Burning Hammer's effects before your very eyes. Cheery steps into the spotlight. Just wait till you see how much she sweats. Proof that fat is being burned right there on the spot. Cheery holds up a bottle of Burning Hammer up high. Cheers, she says. She opens the bottle. However, one of the women in the front row speaks up. Hold on. She's already sweating pretty hard. That's right. Cheery's drenched in sweat from head to toe. Another woman chimes in, suspicious. Allah, that juice drinking from earlier was enough to make her sweat like that, weren't it? All of a sudden, the crowd is in an uproar. No, not at all. Drinking Burning Hammer makes you sweat way more than this. I rush a towel off Cheery's sweat for her. Go on, hurry up. Drink it down. Cheery's face screws up unpleasantly as she gulps down the whole bottle. The sweat doesn't come. Ah, why isn't it working? I exclaimed, the audience momentarily forgotten. I guess I've already sweated out too much, Cheery replies, unfazed. Why were you sweating so much? Look, you were taking forever at the 100 yen shop. Oh my god! The crowd shifts into an uproar into the riot. Did she just say 100 yen shop? Scowling customers begin to close in. No, that's not it. You've got it all wrong. Please, just listen. We get to see what's going on here. The situation has gotten out of our control. Look, this product is so valuable that a 100 yen shop is about the only way we could get it. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. I think I just put my foot in it. The customers glare at me, their eyes bright with rage. I don't think it's gonna work no matter what we do. Alright, let's try it. Let's go with like, it's just a joke. Just a prank, bro. Gotta play it off smooth. Kidding. Just a joke. I mean, seriously, there's no way you'd find something this high quality in a 100 yen shop. Sweat is streaming down my brow. Really now, says one woman in the crowd. How about we find out? She takes out her cell phone. I know someone who runs one of those stores. Wait, let's not be too hasty now. Why? What's wrong? Oh, it's just, you don't need to go all of your way like that. You said you were joking, didn't you? Oh my god. Oh my god. So it shouldn't matter if I make the call, right? Well, ahem. Cough. Oh, starts coughing. I slip into a nervous coughing fit. I'm absolutely sweating bullets inside my catsuit now. Tama! Shouts Mr. Yanagishita as he rushes out of the break room. What the heck are you doing? Abort! Abort! He howls. If you let these people know the truth about this stuff, they'll never buy it. Uh-oh. Now you've done it. Cheery doesn't hesitate to point their finger at him and stare at her ferocious. Oops. Realizing what he blurted out, Mr. Yanagashita is aghast. It's so over. Now there's really no saving this. The customers descend upon Mr. Yanagashita, their wrath a terror to behold. So then it is true! What the hell are you trying to pull? Can't believe you try to sell this crap for these prices! Oh my god. He's dying! No! Mr. Yanagashita, sayonara! The throng goes on to the attack. Help! Cheery and I force our way through the angry mob, hoping to find some way to calm these people down. Causing profanity, cursing and profanity fill the air. The shouts are accompanied by merciless open-handed slaps. Oh my god, disaster. I get all jostled and tumbled about, and my mascot costume takes a bad beating. Oof. Finally, the storm passes. Oh my god, the storm. Man, a mess. But it doesn't look like a horror story like what happened to Minorikawa earlier. It's over. It's all over. Mr. Yanagashita wails into the empty room. So, boss, about getting paid. Hi, Kapen! Thank you for dropping by. Nice to see you, poor Mr. Yanagashita. Honestly. Even Cheery seems hesitant to ask. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, obviously. Oh no, not cat talk! Okay, wait, let me check the time. Okay, one moment. I'm sorry for our subs, they are disappearing now. Meow! 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 Meow, 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 meow. Meow! Meow! Meow, meow, meow. Meow! 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 Meow, meow, meow. Meow! 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 Huh? Meow! 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 What? What the fuck? Thank you for the cat talk redeem, that was chaos, but what the fuck? I must summarize that in normal talk. Basically, Mr. Yanagashita's like, so all ogre. It's all ogre now. And then the cat suit is damaged, so he owes 200,000 yen, and he's like, just make it 20,000 yen. I have insurance. And trust me, bro, the paper works in my heart. What the heck? Oh my god. Excellent. The greatest. The rental guy clutches the sides of his head in exasperation. And believe me, I feel his pain. Can I get a loan like this? The money is in my heart. Yeah, for real. You know what? Never mind. I'm going to leave this to my boss. Ooh, who's your boss? Shigemichi Fukuma. Okay. I don't think we've ever met him. Turning his back on the ruins of the sales demo, he slumps his way out of the room. Oh my gosh, it's a mess. Now, it's just me and Mr. Yanagashita. Please try not to let it get you down so much, sir, I say as cheerfully as I can muster. He's already down on the floor, a sobbing mess. You wouldn't know what it's like to feel so utterly hopeless. I think I might have an idea, sir. In fact, I'm sure of it. At this point, there's nothing more I can possibly do. He slumps forward, trembling like a willow tree. Things will turn around soon enough, I'm sure. You don't know me like I know me, he says. There's not going to be any turnaround. Not after this. Okay, now this little pity party is starting to piss me off. You know, if you think you're the only person who's had a run of bad luck, you're dead wrong. I wind up shouting the words louder than I intended. Mr. Yanagashita whips his head back up. Yikes, where'd that come from? I need to tell you something. My pent-up emotions come surging to the surface. I have amnesia! Oh, what? Yanagashita's eyes go wide. What? I can't remember anything from before this morning. Oh shit. My name, how old I am, where I live, any of it. I would much rather be in your shoes, sir. Mr. Yanagashita looks at me with a hint of disbelief. So where'd you get the name Tama then? I thought of it when I saw the tamagoyaki in those lunchboxes. Aha! Tamagoyaki. Tama. I get it! He clasps himself on the thighs as if he'd had some big eureka moment. But wait, how come you lost your memories? Well, I don't know for certain. Obviously, I can't remember. But I'm pretty sure I took a hard blow to the head. When I came to, I was in front of a storehouse with a massive headache. A storehouse? Oh, Tama backstory? Sheesh! A surge of vertigo washes through me as I recall waking up in that strange dim place. Yeah, and I just gotten out of there when you flagged me down, sir. Huh, really? So, is it pretty unnerving then, not knowing who you are? It sounds like he's taking me seriously now. Yeah, it sure is. But it's not gonna do me any good to just fret over it. And besides, I've got a clue. What sort of clue? The necklace. There's a necklace I saw at the knick-knack shop. The same place I found the burning hammer. Somehow I know that it's important to me. And so you took this job so you could afford to buy it? I nod. Of course, now that the job has ended in total bust, I've lost my shot at getting it. Okay then, Mr. Yanagashita removes his shoe and yanks out the insole. This here really is the last of my money. He pulls out 20,000 yen and adds it to the other 20,000 from his wallet and trusts it all towards me. Here you go, he says. That includes the reimbursement for the burning hammer you picked up. I pluck up the two of the 10,000 yen bills between my fingertips. I actually didn't have to pay for it, so the 20,000 we agreed upon is fine. But how about you, sir? Are you really going to be okay? Like, after all this? Compared to your misfortunes, mine are nothing. They might send me up a creek without a paddle, but I'll bounce back somehow. I'm sure of it. And then, clutching his fist, Mr. Yanagashita gets a far-off look in his eye. And then one more time, I'm gonna go see a bride fight. My jaw nearly drops! Bride like the martial arts mob? Wait, you know about Bride? Man, I've spent so much money at that place. Wow, it really is a small world. Especially that Miku. I wonder how much she's made me spend. Miku, huh? Bro, we got into depth watching the fight thing in the Bride Club. Oh my god. Pretty sure I just accidentally forced her into retirement, but I decided to keep quiet on that front. That would be for the best. He nods. To be honest, the reason I borrowed all that money was to pay my tabs at that place. Then I had to borrow from some pretty shady sources too. Can't help but suspect that this guy got a real raw deal. Why don't you take that mascot costume with you, huh? I mean, I don't really need it. No, I insist. Take it with my blessing. Sure. I'll be on my way then. We're stuck in it. How the heck do we get out of it? Oh, here it is. This must be the jump. In the hallway, I passed by the man I noticed earlier, the one I didn't recognize. Oh, so it's not a keep out, they can just jump to each other. Okay. Odd. The sales demo's over. Wonder why he's still here. I give him a faint nod and he nods back before slipping into the demo room. I should keep my fingers crossed for the guy. At last, I'm back outside the building. I feel bad about not returning the catsuit to the man from the rental place. Still, I can't just walk around town wearing this thing. I'll stick out like a sore thumb. I figure it's best to leave it behind. And then it dawns on me. Hold on, I still can't get this thing off! Huh. On one hand, we reserved the necklace as the cat, right? So it would be wiser if we got the cat costume off afterwards. We could even, like, sell it off to the dude. Like, bro, you want this cat costume? I got nothing to do with it. Right? Let's just try to go as is. Guess this cat's staying in the bag. Oh my gosh. I'll figure it out as I head to the knick-knack shop. Oh, it's a keep out. Why? Nande. Let me see. The jump is right before the keep out. Okay. Well, let's go back to Minorikawa then. Okay. Passed by the cat mascot, gave him a little nod. Couldn't see the face of the girl inside the costume, but she seemed genuinely dejected that Burning Hammer had been a bust. Hey, I'm Minoru Minorikawa, freelance reporter. I was wondering if I could have 5 minutes of your time. The organizer sat alone in the midst of his ruined displays. Oh, it's you. The man's voice had lost all of its earlier punch. Here, my credentials. Minorikawa handed him a business card. The man introduced himself as Yanagashita, and Minorikawa got right down to business. So your sales demo is over, Mr. Yanagashita. How do you feel right now? How do I feel? Well, tomorrow's another day, I guess. Minorikawa was impressed by the guy's candor. Oh my gosh. I'm a little surprised to hear that, he said. I figured you'd be more disappointed. Oh, I'm plenty disappointed. I took a big gamble here to repay my debts, and I lost. Yanagashita didn't seem to be trying to hide anything. Debts? Minorikawa asked. There was a girl I was in love with, Yanagashita said. I wound up spending everything on her. He stared wistfully into the distance. Ah, interesting, Minorikawa said. You wouldn't be the first man to go to such lengths for a woman. Yeah, Yanagashita said. I suppose not. Let's just leave the part out that he means the Bride Martial Arts Club. Maybe you need to jump from Minorikawa to town to break the keep out. I'll try that. I'll try that after we get through this, I guess. A rueful smile crossed his lips. This guy didn't strike Minorikawa as some dyed-in-the-wool scam artist. But I decided it was time to stop feeling sorry for myself, Yanagashita went on. There are plenty of people in the world who have it way worse off, you know? You got that right? Minorikawa nodded in agreement. So I just figure, well, as long as I'm still alive, maybe another opportunity will come my way. And a more earnest smile broke through Yanagashita's forlorn expression. Minorikawa wished Toyama could have been here to hear this fellow. I have a friend who's in an incredible amount of debt myself, Minorikawa said. He runs a publishing company, but there was a big mix-up with the scratch cards in his magazine and... Scratch cards? It's not important, Minorikawa said hurriedly. Letting more people know about the whole scratch card fiasco certainly wouldn't do Toyama any favors. Anyhow, the debt is a terrible thing, Minorikawa said sagely. Oh, by the way, this is unrelated, but are you familiar with a group called SOS? Apparently there's some legendary street gang here in Shibuya. SOS? Yanagashita shook his head. No, never heard of them. Yes, I'm not gonna get any leads on that here. Minorikawa wondered if there was anything else worth asking this guy. Maybe Shibuya now. Yeah, maybe Shibuya now. Maybe Yanagashita would be willing to take his Shibuya Now survey? Taking a little bit of burden off of Chiaki seemed to be a good idea. I have another question. How do you feel about your life right now? Huh? How do you feel about your life? Your products aren't selling, you can't repay your debts, and yet you still refuse to give up, believing opportunity will come your way. How do you feel about all that? Yanagashita paused and thought. I'd say I'm a pretty lucky guy. Minorikawa was somewhat taken aback by that response. I haven't been able to sell any burning hammer. And sure, I can't pay off my debts, but even so, Yanagashita looked Minorikawa right in the eye. The two cute young girls I've got working for me have stuck with me through thick and thin. Sometimes, maybe you just need you need to be content with something like that, you know? That was refreshingly forthright. Minorikawa was surprised. And, I mean, so what if I've got debts? Yanagashita went on. In the long run, none of that matters. Not really. What the heck? That was so touching, though. It's so touching that he's not giving up. There was a knock at the door. Oh, excuse me a moment, Yanagashita said. I wonder who it could be. He opened the door and his face froze. Damn. Wasn't quite quick enough. Mr. Minorikawa? Yes? You'll have to pardon me. I've had a little something crop up here, so if you don't mind... Oh, sure. Not a problem. I've got other interviews I need to get to anyway, so I'll just... But Yanagashita was out the door before Minorikawa could even finish. Maybe it was the debt collectors? Stepping out into the hallway, Minorikawa could faintly hear voices from the adjoining demo room. It sounded like Mr. Yanagashita and two other men. Ah. Minorikawa couldn't make out any of the words, but he could tell they were arguing about something. It was probably some consumer complaint against one of his products or an issue with a client company. Something along those lines. Man, people who run companies sure have it rough. You hang in there, Mr. Yanagashita. No, Yanagashita! He was a hero. Oh, perfect timing. Minorikawa stopped short as a familiar voice called out to him. It was the man he'd spoken to earlier in the afternoon about the surveillance cameras. Hey, come here for a sec. The man waved him over. Ah, what is it? I'm real busy right now. I've got a scoop for you. Saw it with my own eyes. Minorikawa raised an eyebrow. Give me more details. Okay, so a little while ago, I saw some foreign guy in handcuffs arguing with someone who looked like a detective. A foreigner in handcuffs? Had there been some kind of international sting or something? Whatever the case, it wasn't such a rare thing to see. Where was this? Just over there, behind the police station. Minorikawa furrowed his brow. A suspect arguing at a cop outside a police station wasn't all that weird. Still, he had a feeling he was missing something here. Well, the big thing is what happened afterward, the man said. Afterwards? The man leaned in conspiratorially. The detective undid the guy's handcuffs and let him run off. Whoa, what? I'm telling you, man, it had to have been like a bribe or something. A bribe? That seemed unlikely. I swear, that's what it had to be. There was some wheel greasing going on. You're not making this all up, are you? Minorikawa asked. He regarded the man coldly, but the guy still seemed quite legitimately worked up. It's all true. Please, you have to report this to the police right away. Why do I have to? Minorikawa asked. If you have a tip for the police, you go give it yourself. Thank you for the hydrate posture check. I think I should take that right now. He didn't quite manage to stop himself from saying that out loud. No, I can't. I'm no good when it comes to the police. Besides, they're never gonna believe someone like me. Okay, so maybe he had a point there. But you're some world-class reporter, right? The cops will totally take your word over that of a random nobody. Minorikawa didn't have time to debate the point, it was just easier to make the call. He phoned up the police to leave the tip. The man bowed repeatedly, looking pretty grateful. Oh, thank you so much. I haven't been able to get any business done with those scary thugs around. What thugs? What line of business are you in anyway? What? The man suddenly went pale. Whoops. I gotta get going. He skittered off in alarm. Minorikawa was left to wonder what this guy's line of work actually was, but he had more important things to worry about at the moment. He hurried off in the other direction. Before long, he arrived back at Café Lautrec. The wall on the clock showed that it was close to 2 o'clock. He had to somehow fill 6 more pages before the loan company came to Heaven Publishing to collect. He booted up his laptop. What's with this coffee shop? Said a low, stern voice. You've got no good magazines here. Minorikawa looked up. An older man was complaining to one of the waitresses. It was the same guy who'd been yelling at his daughter earlier. Evidently, he'd been here at this cafe the whole time. Haven't you got any magazines for me to read? The man's face was a mask of irritation. Minorikawa glanced at the magazines in the rack. They were mostly geared towards a younger reader. The waitress sifted through the stacks and pulled something from the back. Perhaps this would be to your liking, sir? She said. She held out an issue of 4-Star General Gossip. Don't be ridiculous, the man spat dismissively. This is vulgar, low-grade filth. I wouldn't even use the paper it's printed on for compost. That was a harsh way to put it, but Minorikawa couldn't fault him for speaking the truth. The man continued grumbling as he went back to his seat. Minorikawa headed over to the magazine rack himself and picked up the gossip. He opened the front cover and found the scratch card still inserted within. If these things were still out there, it was bad news. Toyama might even end up in further debt. Bah! Minorikawa yanked the scratch card out and tore it to bits. Sir, what are you doing? The waitress rushed to stop him, only for the pieces to rain down like confetti. The magazine itself still perfectly readable, Minorikawa said. There's no problem here. He strode back to his seat and gazed at his laptop screen. Aw, what a bro. It still hadn't finished booting up, bruh. In the meantime, he decided to give Chiaki a call. Alright, how's she doing? She picked up right away. Hello? Minorikawa asked. Hi there, good to hear from you, Chiaki replied. How's the progress? I did it, Chiaki said, her voice overcome with emotion. I managed to get people to hear me out. Of course you did. You got your pointers from me. Yes, I couldn't have done it without you, Mr. Mino. Her mood had done a complete 180. Minorikawa allowed himself a little sigh of relief. Okay then, he said, back to the editing department to put together the article for me. You got it, sir, Chiaki chirped in reply. I'll email you as soon as I'm done with things on my end, Minorikawa told her. Just use the DTP to slot in your piece in the right spot in the layout. Desktop publishing. Okay. Sure thing. Minorikawa hung up and then rolled up his sleeves. He was towing a pretty narrow line today. The Burning Hammer event had kept him a little longer than anticipated, and now he needed to clean up a copy as soon as possible in order to stick to his schedule. When he turned his back towards his laptop, however, he froze with shock. What? His laptop monitor was still a black, empty screen. There was no way it would take this long to finish booting up. It couldn't be. No. No, don't let it be true. He gave up the ghost! No! Had his computer decided to pick up now, of all times, to give up the ghost? Minorikawa felt blood drain from his face. Ain't no way! Ain't no way. It can't be. Say it isn't true. It is to be continued, but say it isn't true! After everything we've been through to get your articles, it gave up the ghost? Are you kidding me? This can't be. What about the article he was writing earlier? Oh no. Alright, let's try to jump here. Let's see if that will get Tama out of her keep out. Tama. It jumps her back here, huh? Let's see. What? Oh, okay. It's not her keep out. It's just that they jump back and forth at that same time. Okay, so Minorikawa is done. Tama's at a keep out. What would happen if I pick the other thing? What if I pick to try and rip yourself out of the cat suit? Is it a bad ending? Or is it still a keep out? It's time I skinned this cat. Oh gosh. I gotta get rid of this costume, whatever it takes. I take a hold of the head in both hands and yank it upwards as hard as I can. Oh? Please don't tell me I'm just imagining things. The head feels a whole lot looser than it did before. If I give it enough push, then maybe... Ah! Oh, she got it off. It comes off. I did it! I slip out of the rest of the costume as I gleefully abandon it and head for the knick-knack shop. It's a keep out either way. It's a keep out either way, so... Okay. Someone is keeping her out of going to that knick-knack shop. In the meantime, Osawa deadass looks like Resident Evil. Like this legitimately looks like this is a frame in a cutscene of a Resident Evil game. Oh my gosh. I saw a jump to Achi, so let's go for Achi, right? Kano starts at 10. Achi starts at 1300 exactly, so does Osawa. Okay. Tama playing Animal Crossing while Osawa's playing Resident Evil. Yeah, for real. Okay, we'll go for Achi because this is a jump to Achi. So let's see if he'll get a keep out soon. A man with a cane crooked his finger on the trigger. Achi stepped in front of Hitomi, shielding her with his body. If you want to shoot her, you have to shoot me too. What the fuck? Suddenly the assassin's head jerked forward. He pitched face first into the pavement and lay, still revealing a foreigner man standing behind him. Oh, it's that guy! In one hand, the stranger clutched a metal pipe. Hitomi, Achi asked. You know that guy? Hitomi's eyes went wide. That's the man from the Scramble. The one who told me to go to the van. Wait, one of the kidnappers? Why would he help us? I'm not sure. The newcomer fixed his eyes on Achi. Hey man, Achi approached the stranger. I'm not sure what's going on here, but thanks for the assist. Whoa, 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 whoa! Of course he's aggro. Okay. The man took a sudden swing with his pipe. Achi barely managed to dodge out of the way. What the hell? Once again, Achi made sure Hitomi was safely behind him. Guess I gotta let my fist do the talking. Achi quickly adopted a fighting stance. Be careful, Hitomi warned, her voice trembling. Don't worry, it's just a pipe. Oh my god, bro. What do you mean it's just a pipe? Don't you see how many people Mizuki took out with that shit? I'll just snatch it away from him and make him tell us where your sister is. Achi judged the distance between them carefully as he stared his opponent down. The metal pipe gave this tug considerable reach. One solid hit from that thing and Achi wouldn't stand a chance. He needed to end this in one punch. Oh my god, Achi one punch man! The crook sized him up for a few moments, then lunged forward to attack. Now! Achi sidestepped to avoid the incoming blow and delivered a vicious left hook to his adversary's jaw. The man went down hard. Achi gazed at his fallen foe, flexing his knuckles. The thing about guys who bring weapons to fights is that they always let themselves get too cocky. He looked the guy over. The man had a tattoo peeking from one of his ratty sleeves. Come on, buddy, you can't clock out just yet, Achi said. Get up, I got a few questions for you. He knelt down to grab the man by his collar. Oh, it is getting worse every time. Every time we let down our guard, and he pulls out another weapon. Another one. Halfway to his feet, the man pulled a gun from his breast pocket. Whoa! Didn't know you were packing heat. Achi took a quick step backward. The man's eyes brimmed with rage. He looked ready to pull the trigger at any moment, but he didn't get the chance. What the Have you guys ever seen that clip of that Pinoy drama? I don't know what it's fucking called. I don't know what it's called because I don't watch Pinoy dramas. But like, there's this one Pinoy drama clip that went trending on Twitter, I think, where someone pulls out a gun. And they pull out a gun and they point it at the person across them. And like continuously in that clip, until everyone is holding a gun, they pull out a gun and point it to the other person. And I can't tell you what is happening in that scene. I cannot. I swear I'm so curious what the hell is going on in that scene because they literally just keep pulling out the gun. Yeah, I've seen that clip, right? I'm just like, what is the context of this? I'm getting those vibes right now. It's that or the meme. I think it was a Spider-Man meme where someone is like always behind the other guy. The man with the cane had regained consciousness, back on his feet. He trained his own gun on the foreigner. The foreigner quickly shifted his attention to the other gunman. Oh no, you don't! Achi darted forward and kicked the kidnapper in the hand as hard as he could. The gun went flying from his grasp. With a low snarl, the man took up the metal pipe again. Rather than go for Achi, however, he charged the man with the cane. What the? Achi watched in astonishment as the two men grappled. Now's our chance! Grabbing Hitomi by the hand, Achi broke into a run. I'm so confused. Okay, so clearly they're not working together. The man with the cane is a third party. Okay, then. They ran for a long time, finally stopping to rest in a quiet municipal park. As they sat catching their breath, Achi sensed a new tension in Hitomi. She hadn't said a word since their latest escape. She has to die, Achi. It's for your own good. In his mind, Achi replayed what the man with the cane had said. So Hitomi, Achi hesitated, about what happened back there. Yeah? She sounded like she'd been far gone in her own thoughts. You gotta believe me, I have no idea who that guy was. Never seen him before in my life. You must have been saying that stuff to confuse us or to trip us up. Yeah? Hitomi said again. Is that what's been bothering you? Huh? Now it was Achi's turn to go monosyllabic. Monosyllabic? Okay. Well, Achi, you're kind of famous around Shibuya, right? I don't know about that. Way back when he'd been the leader of SOS. Nowadays, he was just some guy who picked up trash. There's nothing to brag about. When someone's famous, it's not unusual for someone else to recognize them and know their name. So, yeah, I was surprised back there, but no matter what the man may have said, I trust you. I mean, look at how many times you put yourself in danger to protect me. Hitomi sounded pretty resolute. Achi was glad that she believed in him, but that raised another question. So then, how come you've been so quiet? I've just been thinking about things, like what that man from the Scramble might be after. It was true that his actions didn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, he seemed more interested in taking out the man with the cane than going after you. Maybe there's bad blood between them. Hachi let out a chuckle. If we're lucky, then maybe they'll take each other out for us. He felt a rush of relief, reassured that Hitomi that didn't doubt his motives. Regardless, though, we'll have to track down that blue van. The sound of a child's cry came from behind them. Ah! It's her! Turning to look, they saw the kidnapper rushing towards them. He had knocked over a little girl who was in his way. Wait, the way that she fucking face planted, though, is she okay? Is Hana okay? Her name's Hana, right? No rest for the weary, Achi sighed. Yet again, he and Hitomi sprinted away. Do you think he took out the guy with the cane? Hitomi's words came between panting huffs. Maybe. Achi glanced back at their pursuer. What? There was someone else with him! Now they were being chased down by two foreigners. I like this better when we were just running from the one guy with a cane. In a one-on-one fight, Achi was confident he could keep Hitomi safe. One-on-two, though, that was a different story. One guy might get a hold of her while he was facing off against the other. He had to make sure that they lost these creeps no matter what. There's the keep out. This is what I was looking for. So Tama can jump towards it. Let's go! Okay, so Tama's jump is here. Ah, yeah. It must be this. Achiendo. It's the couple. Achi Endo passed away while running passed by while running away from foreigners. Okay, what the fuck is wrong with me? As luck would have it, they soon found a crowd in their path, backs turned towards them. Excited voices rose up from the throng. Oh, what's the deal? Is something going on? It's a street fight! Achi clutched Hitomi's hand good and tight. Whatever you do, don't let go. Without a moment's hesitation, he plowed his way through the crowd. Let's go! Emerging on the far side of the gathering, Achi saw the main road ahead. Cars were zipping past in a steady stream. What do we do? There were too many cars for them to rush across the street without getting hit. But he couldn't exactly just wait for the light to change. They certainly couldn't come back the way they came. Pursuers were getting closer and closer. Hitomi! Achi shouted. We're going across. We're just gonna take that risk. We're going across. What? Dragging Hitomi by the hand, Achi darted out into the street. Moving purely by instinct, he wove his way through the gaps between the speeding cars. Oh my god, because like when they were halfway across, the car slammed on its brakes to keep from hitting them, causing several cars behind it to crash into one another. The multi-vehicle pileup plunged the roadway into total chaos. Oh my god. As a result of this chaos, traffic in the nearby area will be at a standstill for a while. While on their way to the Syndicate hideout, Shinya Kano and Jack Stanley have been caught in this traffic jam. Oh my god. It's his first node though. I remember his first node was at like 10. Okay. So that's good, we got that jump noted down. In a matter of moments, the street was clogged with a long line of stopped vehicles. Achi and Hitomi's pursuers remained on the other side. They did not pursue. Okay, that was crazy. Hitomi panted as she caught her breath. Well, you know what they say. Idle feet are the devil's playthings. Hands. It's idle hands. Whatever, at least they'd gotten away. I did not even know that saying. Alright, we got away from them. Come on, let's go! Achi led the way down several twisting side streets before slowing his pace. By now, Hitomi was slumped and panting heavily. He wanted to give her some time to rest, but if they just hung around, their pursuers might still find them. He looked around and spotted a multi-tenant building. The nearest door was open. Bundles of flyers were set out near the entrance. For au revoir. The Wandering Angels. Oh, it's the theater troops thing. Achi peeked inside and saw piles of plywood and painted lumber. It looked like this was a storeroom for the theater's stage props and scenery. We can hide out in here, he said. But... Hitomi hesitated, but Achi gave her a hand... a little tug. It'll be fine. There's nobody around. Yeah, but he's kind of been tracking us somehow every time. Well, alright, I suppose. They quickly stepped inside the storeroom and Achi quickly... shut the door behind them. We should probably rest for a bit, he said. There was a wooden platform set up beside a large piece of plywood. Achi picked up a magazine that had fallen out onto the floor, spread out atop the platform's dusty surface. Here, now you can sit without getting your clothes dirty. Thank you. Hitomi quietly took a seat. He was using the 4-star general gossip. Okay. We should probably turn off our cell phones, Achi said. It could be really bad if they rang at the wrong moment. The two powered off their phones. Oh, that might be how they were tracking you too. So that's good. That's good. Achi took a cursory look around. Didn't look like there was any way in or out besides the door they'd come through. There was a single window set in the wall, but it wouldn't open far enough to let them through. Ah! The fuck? Horror movie kinda... like zombie flick type of thing, bro. Ah, Hitomi let out a quiet gasp. Someone was outside the storeroom. Achi put a finger to his lips and Hitomi gave a fearful nod. The window's frosted glass blocked any real view in or out. So as long as they stayed quiet, they ought to be safe. Whoever was outside pressed their face to the frosted glass, trying to get a glimpse inside. The blurry visage of a foreigner who had attacked them was dimly visible. Like the man with the cane came before him, this guy was quick to catch up. The man pounded on the glass. Achi swallowed a lump in his throat. If this guy got in, they had nowhere to run. Achi turned to Hitomi. Let's sit tight. Let's try to sit tight. I don't think he'll get in. I don't think he'll get in, right? We locked it. We locked it, and he can't know for sure, right? He can't know for sure that we're in here. If he was nowhere nearby. If he was nearby, then he knows for sure. But if we just ran out, I don't know. We'll see. We'll be fine. Just sit tight. Hitomi clutched onto Achi's arm, hard. Can I help you with something? Said a casual voice from outside. They saw their pursuer react at once, pulling back from the window. That's just our storeroom, you know, the voice added. Achi heard footsteps scampering away. We're safe. The kidnapper had run off. Achi exchanged glances with Hitomi and let out a tiny sigh. There were more voices coming from outside now. What was up with that guy? I don't know. Nah. Wait, what was the okay then. Whatever. Let's just hurry and get stuff tidied up. Man, my throat's raw. Sounded like a conversation between two men. The storeroom door opened and the men clomped their way inside. Who? Tomonari Takaya and Taro Toga, two members of the theater group. The star actor playing the lead role. He slept completely naked and caught a cold. Bruh. Leading to a sore throat he has now. Toga is the stage director, handling things behind the scenes. He's very irritated that Shinichi Bando, in charge of the props, seems to have gone AWOL. So, what are we getting? Oh, the actor, he's clearing his throat. Okay. It wasn't clear to me. What the fuck? Okay. Let's grab all those folding chairs over there. Yeah? The producer said we're gonna need a lot more seats all of a sudden. Mr. Orai said that. Going all out for the troops' last hurrah, huh? Beats me, man. In no real hurry, the men went about cartering the folding chairs away. They didn't notice Achi and Hitomi silently sitting in the shadows. Not to change the subject, but how come we're using a dry ice machine and not a smoke machine? Maybe that's why my throat's bothering me? Yeah, it's pretty weird. Nobody's even operating it and it's still drawing a ton of power. I think it's defective. Man, I don't want to clear my throat every time this guy clears his throat, but okay. Achi and Hitomi waited for the two men to finish up. If they were spotted, it would probably cause a scene, and worse still, it might alert the men who were hunting them. Once they'd carried off the rest of the folding chairs, the men closed the storeroom door. The foreigner could still be somewhere nearby though, so Achi decided they should hide out in the room a little longer. This blows. I want to get back out there and look for the blue van ASAP, but... Achi trailed off as something occurred to him. Wait a second. Now that's weird. Huh? Hitomi looked at him inquiringly. The kidnappers already have the ransom money, yeah? Achi said. That's right. And then they told you that your sister was in some blue minivan. Isn't that kind of weird? What do you mean? Did you figure that your sister was in the minivan by herself? Well, yes. If one of the kidnappers were with her, they wouldn't need to send me to go get her. Right, Achi said. Yet the fact was that as soon as the kidnappers had their money, they could have just let Hitomi's sister out of the vehicle and run off. There was no point in sending Hitomi to fetch her personally. A look of revelation dawned on Hitomi's face. Oh! That minivan had already left Dogenzaka, she said. And it came back while we were there waiting for it, Achi finished. He thought back to his earlier run-in with the blue vehicle. So then inside that minivan, there had been a bunch of foreigners inside, which meant they probably don't have any intent trying to ambush her, yeah? The kidnappers had been trying to ambush Hitomi. They told her sister was in the minivan to lure her to it, and the kidnappers had been lying in wait inside. Do you think they were trying to kidnap me too? That's it! Achi claps his hands together.
Then they'd let your sister go and demand a ransom for you. And then they'd make her deliver the ransom money for your release. Then they'd be able to get like infinite ransom money by constantly abducting one twin after the other. That seems a little far-fetched. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Now that she'd said so, Achi realized it was kind of a ridiculous idea. Still, what if the kidnappers really were trying to kidnap me, Hitomi said. As in, like, they accidentally abducted the wrong twin? I mean, I guess that would be kind of easy to botch up. That would imply that they wanted me specifically and not my sister. Hitomi paused briefly in thought. Maybe you're hotter than your sister or something? Hachi suggested with enthusiasm. Hitomi shook her head. That can't be it. If anything, it's the other way around. Compared to my sister, I'm just... Oh, hey, stop right there. Hachi had to interrupt her. You're not just anything. Oh, please don't. I'm just... Tears had welled up in Hitomi's eyes. Why'd this have to happen to her? Why not me? Whoa, hey, come on, don't cry. I'm sorry. Cheer up. It's like that song says. Don't just stand there, wipe those tears away. That one. You know it? Is that Aya Kamiki? Oh my god. Aya Kamiki is coming for us once again. She'll never leave us be. Yeah, that's the one. Put your hand in mine. Every single bee is a light. Huh? You know, every single bee's a light. Hitomi let out a giggle. Everything will be alright. You got the lyrics wrong. It's everything will be alright. Ah, right. I guess that makes more sense. Yeah. Hachi's mouth curled into a sheepish smile. Every single bee's a light, boys. Where are we? 1:30. Okay, not bad. Alright, I think we've laid low long enough, Achi said at last. Think we should be on our way? He was about to get to his feet when he heard voices outside the storeroom again. Yikes, that was pretty careless of us. Yeah, we definitely gotta watch it. The theater guys from earlier returned and they sounded a bit panicked. Next role he's slated for is Sumo Queen 2. He'll play the referee who utters the lame line, "Looks like things are getting heavy," upon discovering the victim's dying message inscribed in one corner of the sumo ring. Oh my god. Heard folks have been messing with the storeroom a bunch lately. Yeah. And did you hear who's behind it? Some juvenile delinquents. Like a gang? Wow, that takes me way back. Alright, let's hurry on back. Uh-oh. Achi rushed over to the door. He tried turning the knob, but the door wouldn't budge. Oh, come on! Are you freaking kidding me? He paced frantically around the room, pulling at his hair. We're locked in! Uh-oh. And that door was the only way in or out. Achi and Hitomi were well and truly trapped inside the storeroom. This is all my fault, Achi said. It was my idea to hide out here in the first place. He bowed to Hitomi repeatedly. We're never gonna be able to find that blue minivan now. Guess we'll have to get someone on the outside to help us, Hitomi replied. She scowled thoughtfully. They powered their phones back on in order to call for help. The big question was, who they could possibly ask. Hitomi, anyone you can reach out to? Mr. Tanaka, I suppose. Tanaka, right. The suggestion didn't exactly thrill Achi. He had no idea what this Tanaka guy was like. Hopefully he was the dependable sort who'd actually show up to rescue them. But somehow that thought made Achi feel even worse. Achi had someone he figured he could call, but he hesitated, uncertain. There'd been a time when he trusted this guy more than anyone. They bailed each other out of countless jams. Nowadays, though, things were different. Hitomi gave Achi a puzzled look as he sat lost in thought. Right, guess I don't have much of a choice. Achi scrolled through the contacts list on his cell phone. He found a name he never thought he'd call again. Susumu. Oh my gosh. Yo, Achi? Is that you? Susumu's voice was low and guarded. Look, I've got a favor to ask of you. I'm in a real bind here. Huh? Like, things are ridiculously bad. I thought maybe you could help me out a little bit. You seriously thought I'd help you? Susumu's words were like ice. You messing with me or something, man? Now he sounded a touch angry as well. Painful memories flashed before Achi's eyes. Right then, sorry to bug you. Just forget it. But Susumu had hung up before Achi was even finished talking. Thank you for the Holy Trinity of Redeems. Hydrate, posture check, and stretch. No dice, Achi said to Hitomi with a lopsided frown. She looked back at him, her expression a mirror of his own. What should we do? What should we do? I guess we're back to Mr. Tanaka. Guess so. Wanna go ahead then? Oh, this might link to Osawa then. Hitomi tried calling him repeatedly, but Tanaka didn't pick up. What could have happened? She muttered under her breath. You think maybe the kidnappers found out that Mr. Tanaka and I have been in contact? Achi shrugged. Looks like they were just gonna need some way to get out of here on their own, and then maybe look for the minivan themselves. Achi strode over to the door and grabbed a hold of the knob. He tried giving it a good, sturdy pull. No good. This thing won't even budge. That door opens outward. Wait, really? Achi tried giving it a push. It still didn't open. He kicked it. Oh, the door wasn't nearly as sturdy as Achi had expected. I think I can make this work. He backed up to get into a running start and then kicked the door with all his might. Yeah! Oh, rip door though. The door went flying off its hinges. Oh man, that was way too easy. Achi stepped out cautiously out of the storeroom. He quickly scanned the surrounding area. There was nobody in sight. Looks like we're in the clear, he called, but Hitomi didn't come out, nor did she reply. Hitomi? She had her phone in hand, apparently still trying to get in touch with Tanaka. With a tiny sigh, Achi leaned against the wall and waited for her to finish. Well? Doesn't look like I'm gonna have any luck, she said. You know we can leave now, right? Are you still holding out hope for your Mr. Tanaka? It's not that. I'm just a little worried. Oh yeah? Okie dokie then. I'll just, wait around here. Okay, I'll be right with you. Uh-huh. Achi shuffled his way back outside. Ah! Oh crap. By the time Achi could finish processing the thought, he was already laid out on the ground. His jaw hit the asphalt hard. He bit the tip of his tongue clean off. The taste of blood filled his mouth. I died. A moment later, he took a sharp blow to the head. He was done for. All the energy drained from his body. His mind whirled. His vision grew hazy. He began to drift from consciousness. Back when he'd run with Susumu and the others, he'd never left himself exposed to a surprise attack. There were plenty of times when he'd taken a punch that sent him reeling, only to spin away and come back swinging. This time, he hadn't even seen it coming. It was his last mistake. Huh. Guess I've let myself go soft. Achi grimaced inwardly, muttering in a voice no one could hear. Did he actually died. We're at a bad ending. Hitomi, I'm so sorry. I guess someone can prevent this guy from getting here, and it's probably Kano. Kano is the only one I can see this. Attacked by the man with a cane. Achi successfully managed to break out of the storeroom, only to be knocked out by the man with a cane while he waited for Hitomi. Things might have gone differently if Hitomi had managed to get in contact with Tanaka. Oh, it's with Osawa then. Why hadn't he responded to her calls? Or maybe something strange had happened at the Osawa residence. Or perhaps there was some reason he wasn't able to answer the phone. Okay, so we died not because we couldn't stop this guy, but because Hitomi wouldn't come out with us. Okay then. Alright then, I see how it is. So that's Osawa. So we had to keep out for Tama. We finished Minorikawa. Osawa hasn't started. Keep out Tama. Bad and Achi. They're about the same time, but they're both almost done. And then Kano hasn't started. Unfortunately, we'll call it there for today, but that's pretty good progress. I know we haven't started 2 of them, but since the other 2 are at like 40 minutes in, that means they only have 20 minutes left in the time block, and one of them is finished. I'd say we're like roughly halfway through this time block, which is great progress. I didn't expect to get this much done. I'm not gonna lie, I thought we wouldn't get that much done, but we're making our half a time block thing work. So nice. Thank you very much for joining, everybody. Thank you for joining today's stream. I think we will be back to usual Tuesdays for Shibuya Scramble starting next week. Hopefully, let's see what happens. And for now, I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow for, I believe, Black Box LSS, The Shining Immortal, if I'm not mistaken. I'll be at 4 p.m. as usual, and thank you for joining. Thank you. Bye-bye!